Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Today is a chilly day. As a matter of fact, it's flaking, unless that's my dandruff. No, it's so cold that it's actually, I saw some snowflakes, believe it or not. As you guys know, yesterday, I ended my video where Frank the UPS guy gave me a tip on a classic snapper lawnmower that I picked up a couple blocks away from my house. Thanks, Frank, for doing that. Always appreciate your tips. Anyway, so one of my subscribers, Scott Keller, he told me that that thing's worth $400 all day long. And I'm like, $400? Yeah. Anyway, I've had two other ones, as you guys probably remember. I couldn't get rid of them. I mean, I had to sell it together as a junk load, you know, and I don't remember what I got for it, maybe $25 or something like that for two. But if he thinks it's worth $400, you can have it if you come down and get it. Anyway, I'll show it to you a little bit closer right now. I'm gonna unload the van. Unfortunately, I parked so close to this thing. Henry, why don't you just move the car? It's too much trouble. So when I picked it up, it actually came with this. And I've actually never seen this before. It's a Snappriser. And it's checked there in the middle, which means this is kit number 60440. Right there. 60440. 21 steel. I'll show it to you in a minute. Let me get it out of my truck. I hope I don't scratch my car. This one here is a piece of junk that I got for free from the guy in Hicksville because he had a picture of a pretty nice mower and he says free, but when you get there, it's not that picture, you know, it's crap, you know, but I was there already, so I just brought it home. Wheels, gas cap, maybe the engine works, whatever, you know. There is a self-propulsion front belt cover that's always worth $10, $15 on eBay all day long. Deck is Dunsky. Deck is Dunsky. It's an old Murray. I figured I'd pick it up if it was in good shape, because I have a lot of Murray bags. So, you know, if this thing worked, put my Murray bag on it, it'd be worth more, you know. But it's not the case, because this thing's falling apart. Junk. All right, so here's the snapper. I will say, it appears that the bag is in very good condition. Well, there's a little nick here. But this, it's a quick and easy catcher. Looks like it's in pretty decent shape, you know, given the age. Of course, I don't really know exactly what age it is, but I'm thinking 80s? Just looking at the engine. Ooh, I better be careful. It's worth $400, you know. Maybe this Snappriser cardboard box is worth $100. No, not the winter the Snappriser itself. I mean the box. The box could be worth $50 because it's so rare, you know. Never seen them before. This is going to be kind of tricky to get down. It's pretty heavy. As you can see, the handle's broken. Ooh! 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 So this is my recent pickup of just free stuff, you know. Frank the UPS guy told me about this yesterday. Frank the UPS guy told me about this the day before yesterday. This one here I saw on Let Go or Facebook, I forget. Anyway, here you go. Ooh, I just ruined the box. Box might be worth $50. Anyway, so this is called a Snappriser. I've never seen it before. I've never seen anybody do a video on it. There is a video of a guy who says he has a Snappriser in his snapper and he's mowing his lawn in action. A subscriber actually told me to go look, you know, YouTube search it, whatever, and I found it, but it doesn't show you how to install it. It doesn't show it installed in there. It just shows a snapper, and they mention Snappriser, but you never really see it or know how to put it on. So I mean, there's no videos on this at all, except for maybe 2, but you don't see anything, you know? They just say, oh, it has a Snappriser kit on it. Anyway, so I might do a video now, since there is none, right, on how to install the Snappriser kit. And apparently this goes underneath the deck, yeah? You have to take the blade off, install this, put the blade back on. These studs here go through the 3 holes that are in the deck. And the 4 springs clip on the outside of the rim, I guess. I'd have to look at it a little bit more closely, but apparently this helps it mulch and shred the grass and leaves so that it's pulverized. It's designed to be worked with in conjunction with the high vac bagger as a vacuum, you know. But they say that if you use this for wet grass or, you know, long grass, it'll clog very easily. So it's designed to just take a ½ an inch off the top in very dry conditions, where, you know, it will really mow and shred leaves up very easily. But it's in pretty decent shape. And I will admit, I've never seen this before or heard of it. Today, I heard of it. So, there's no gas cap, see? And there's a wire sticking out of it. The only wire this could be, magneto kill wire. Or, yeah, that's the only reason why this thing would have a wire. Magneto kill. Here's a better look at it. It's a 4 horsepower Briggs & Stratton. This looks like the Pulsajet type carburetor that are on some 2000, late 90 mowers, you know, with the Pulsajet. What goes wrong with this all the time is the diaphragm inside. When that gets worn, it just doesn't work. It's got oil in it, but it's black. Like I said, no gas cap. It's got a throttle. Let's see if it has any compression. Oh boy. Seized. This is probably the kind that has the ball bearings inside, you know? They always seize. So if you're telling me that this is worth $400, I'd say you'd be smoking some doo-doo. Okay. Shouldn't stick your hand under there, Henry. Trust me, this is not going to start. It's so hard to move the blade. Yep. So you ready for this? I'm just going to take a picture of this along with the Snappriser, right? List it for $100, just to see if any nut would want to bite on this, right? Keep going down in increments of 25, 75 the next week, 50 the next week, $25 the next week. And if still nobody buys it, I might try to fabricate this chute to fit on my Toro 6160 turn. This could be, if this fits, my side chute, I have the MTD upper chute, and that big Toro, it's called an easy dump or easy catch or something like that. Anyway, it's a dump from the seat kind of bagger system. Maybe in the summer I'll do that kind of project, you know, get a bagger on my zero turn. This thing, this is a piece of junk. And so is this. This is a piece of junk. I'm gonna strip it for some parts that I might need and dump the rest. Now this, on the other hand, is very interesting. Looks like it's in great shape. Looks like it's in pretty good condition, with the exception of the handle, of course. But you know what? You could find a turned angle lower handle system like this either on snow blowers or power washers. And I'm sure I could find something to work with this so that the handle is okay. I'm hoping that the reason why this was dumped out was because the guy might have been using it, right? And while he's using it, it's running fine. The handle broke and he says, that's it, I'm gonna throw it out. But the evidence here is that there's no spark plug, which worries me, because without a spark plug on these types of engines where it's pointed upwards, any rain or moisture can go right in there and that's it, you're done. Any debris, whatever. Let's see if it spins freely. It does. And I could see the valves opening and closing. And nothing's flying out like debris or anything. So maybe if I chuck a spark plug in here, looks like the, not the narrow one, but the fatter one, the RJ19LM, shove one of them in there, spray some go-go juice in there and see if it'll start. It has that spongy thing in there. Gas is kind of fresh. That's promising. So maybe the guy said, you know what, I'm gonna throw it out, but you know what, I'm gonna keep the spark plug. That's probably what happened. So I just put it in the backyard for now until I finish this next project, so I can kind of work on some push mowers for a while, because I need to get them all going for sale. The final two, this old Murray, it's in rough shape, as well as this other Murray is going to have to wait a little bit because there's no real priority of getting these done. I have plenty of lawn tractors to sell, but remember, I just took out all my push mowers from storage, right? And I have to get them all going, make sure they all run before I can sell them. And that's what I want to do. I want to get rid of them. And there's Quinn the mailman. Say hi, Quinn. Hi, Quinn. This one here is so interesting that I'm actually going to take this to the garage and I'll mess with this later. So I have this old spark plug. It's the RJ19LM, typical one for this one. Cleaned up the contact. Let's just see if we have any sparkage. Let's see here. I remember. So this is choke. It's fast. See if we have any gasage in here. Oh, that's right, we checked already. There is some gas. Rebeat Earl. It's a small little dipstick thing here. It's not a dipstick, but I can see the oil. Looks okay. It's clear and syrupy. Oh great, the sun just came out. Now we can't see the spark. I don't see any spark. Oh, I do see spark. For a second. Alright, well, I did see something. That's pretty loose. Just for the hell of it. Diet Coke. It's on choke, although it feels like nothing's moving though. When I move the choke, right? It doesn't feel like it moves anywhere. Linkage moves on the throttle. When I move the choke, it doesn't move. So I don't think it's connected. It's holding it. Aha! If you hold the choke thing, because it's disconnected from the handle. Well, obviously it's going to take a little bit, but we saw it ran, or it turns over, you know? All right, I'm going to put this away. This project is for after I finish some more important things. So today we're going to be taking care of the rest of the stuff to get this Murray Select going again. As you know from yesterday's episode, I did an engine swap. It did turn over with testing for about 30 seconds or so. I remembered that I didn't check the oil, and this thing was tilt on its side, so the carburetor was flooded with oil, muffler was flooded with oil, and I hardly had any oil left, so I had to, and I didn't connect the magneto kill, so I had to put my hand over the mouth of the carburetor to shut it off because it didn't have oil in it. Put oil in it, and I was gonna test run it today. Carburetor is clean, everything's ready to go to start, right? It's got gas, fuel lines, I blew out the tank and all that, everything should be ready to go, but before I got the muffler too hot from testing, I wanted to fix the, I guess it looks like somebody hacksawed it up to here and then tried to break it off or something like that, and it's all cracked and stuff. So I was gonna just, as is, right on here, because it's visible to me. I can get to it, you know, it's not like I can't get to it. But I'm thinking maybe, is it easier for me to weld these cracks if I took the muffler off? You know, instead of trying to maneuver the handle over here. Of course, there's a fuel line here too, so, and I don't know if there's any fuel in the muffler itself, so it might kind of be dangerous to do it like on the machine, like right there. I mean, I could, but I could try to see if these two muffler bolts will come off easily. Muffler bolts usually are very difficult to get off because of the long-term heat, coolness, moisture, rust, all that build up on that. Muffler bolts are very risky to take off. When you take them off, it's almost like you have to take them off. But if you don't have to take it off, you shouldn't even try to take it off. Because if you break a bolt, there it goes. I mean, you know, if you break a bolt in your engine block, I mean, that's a world of hurt, you know what I mean? So why take the risk when you could weld it right on there? But I'm going to get a Torx wrench and just see how easy or hard it is to remove the bolts. So I got a Torx, see, I'm going to try to move it without blocking you guys. Oh, wait, either that was stripped already or it was too easy. Seems like it's too loose, but then the next one up won't fit. That's weird, see? This one's too loose, but the next one up is too big. So it has to be this one, but this looks like it'll strip though. I'm gonna have to try another one. Got this T40. I have a whole set. My friend Sam, subscriber Sam, Samuel Sandoval at Red Oaks Mowers gave it to me. This fits a little better. Moves. Looks like it's very easy to get this one off. Ah, that one moves too. So now I'm going to remove this muffler along with the pipe itself because it was easy to remove. If it was hard to remove, I wouldn't have removed it. So now that should make it easier for me to weld the cracks. Now listen, I'm not a good welder. I just started a little while ago, okay? But I'm getting better every time. it's affixed on here with a 3/8. There we go. Here I come to save the day. It's very oily. As you can see, this is the extent of the cracks. When I started it yesterday briefly for that 30 seconds, smoke flew out of here. So this definitely has to be sealed. I'm going to use some channel locks and try to tighten the gap a little bit so there's not that much gap for me to have to work with. Okay, here we go. I'm going to give you a bird's eye view of it. I'm going to get the welder ready. I'm going to try to close up on this, but not too much, because if the wind blows, the camera will move it just a slight bit and then you won't see anything. Okay, so I've got everything ready. I got a fire extinguisher here in case something goes wrong. Got the ground on here. I've got it plugged in. I've got my welding helmet on. And I'm going to try to get you as close as possible. That's it. That's just about as close as I'm going to get without it being blurry. So I'm just going to start off with a few tacks. Start one here in the middle. That's pretty good. Man, that made the hole bigger. See that? Yeah, look at that. I ruined it. It's completely too hot. That's trash. Screwed. Well, let's see. Wire speed. Oh, I have it on max. I don't know why it's like that. It shouldn't be on max. Let's see if I can try to coat it. You know what I'm saying by coating it? Just building a layer. Starting to. There we go. I mean, it looks like hell for sure, but I have to, you know, plug the holes. Well, at least we plugged the hole, you know? That's good. Let me get to some tacks over here. Made a hole there. One more hole. There we go. Sealed that hole. Another layer of it. Let me make sure you guys can see this. That just looks terrible. But it seals the hole. Cracks, I mean. How about that? Works. All right. I mean, it looks terrible, right, guys? But I mean, you guys saw it was on max by accident, and it burned 2 big holes in there. It has to be done this way, otherwise you can't seal the holes unless I got like another sleeve and put it over it, which I don't have, you know. So I'm gonna work on this a little bit more. Wanted to show you the mess I made, but I believe I believe it's sealed, and the 3 holes that I made are now covered with this meteor. I didn't mean for it to look like cauliflower, you know, but you guys saw that setting was on max, which means super high heat, and just burned 2 holes immediately in the thing, and I had to, you know, lower the current so it wouldn't be that hot, so that I could build, you know, a meteor around it, you know, at least to cover the holes. I mean, it looks like hell, but I think it'll work. Like I said, I'm not a welder, not making any excuses. I thought I was getting better, but this one was just a disaster. But you know what? If this works, that's all I care about, is that it works. If it doesn't work, then I'll steal that little muffler off the original engine, but it's really loud, you know what I mean? I think it'll work. It just looks like hell, that's all. I don't know what hell looks like, but it might look like that. Maybe. And this hood is in the way. It's impossible to do with one hand. Why? How did I do this before? I have to figure this out. Okay, I'm going to give it a start now. I've pushed it outside a little bit because I don't want the garage to be full of smoke and oil. So maybe I should take like this thing and Cover up my car corner here too, just in case. That'll do. All right, so I'm just gonna start and see what happens. Choke, brake, neutral, up. Here we go. Got to blow out all that oil in the muffler. I'm going to lower the throttle. Muffler sounds good. Engine sounds good. Doesn't hesitate or surge at all. I'm getting to the lowest throttle. This is the lowest throttle. It's a little high. Actually, it's all right now. Calm down. You know what? I'm not gonna mess with it. It sounds great, right? I was just about to mess with it and I'm like, why? It's fine. Maybe the idle.
Don't mess with it, Henry. It's fine.
Now it's fine. All right. I want it to stop smoking though. It's smoking quite a bit still. I wonder if the the pistons are bad. I'm gonna run it for a little bit and see what happens. Let's check and see if it's charging. So it's on the lowest throttle right now. It's at idle. And it's at 13 volts already. It's really good. I'm gonna put the throttle up a little. Full throttle. 1325 and rising. Good. So it's been running for about 5-8 minutes, and the smoking has started to slow down a little, but it's still smoking. I don't know, I'm worried that maybe it might be the rings. So I pulled it back into my garage, and it didn't shut off. So that magneto wire is not the right connection. I need to find the right connection. So check this out. I don't think it's the ignition switch at all. I think the magneto wire is not on the magneto very well, because look. Here it is right here, right? Touching ground does not shut off the engine. Touching the wire with the body, it's just not touching. Maybe it's this connection here. It's not shutting off that way. Something's up with it, because look, I just shoved a screw in here, right? Ground. It's still on. Something's wrong with that magneto. It won't shut off. I'm gonna choke it. I'm gonna have to take that engine cover off and check out the situation with that magneto kill switch, kill wire. So as you guys saw, YRC, which is a local freight company, had a liftgate. I had to ask Lucas Oil for a liftgate service because I didn't have a forklift or anything. And it was the same guy that delivered my last winter shipment. So this is 300 pounds of product. And I'm just going to slowly move boxes and boxes into my garage and see what we got. So I took the top engine cover off, and as you can see, this magneto kill wire is not even connected to the magneto. I think that when I peeled this tin down to blow out the mouse nest, right, I connected it, pushed this in like that, right, but then from the tension it pulled it back out by itself. So I have to like let it go in a little bit more. It doesn't really move though. Connect it this way, but it's kind of short, you know what I mean? So try to make that longer so it goes in there. That's an easy problem. Okay, I just reattached it, put everything back. Let's give it a try. There you go. Sweet! So I was working on the lights, and I'm just boggled by the lights. I can't get the lights to work. I think the switch is bad. I can't get a good current. I'll have to rewire the whole damn thing. In the meantime, Quinn the mailman just texted me and said that there was a riding mower a couple of blocks away from my house. I'm gonna have to go check that out at least, right? I think I see something. Looks like a Toro. It is a Toro. How about that, huh? You know, this might be the same house I got that bagger for it. How about that, huh? Looks just like the one that I just fixed. Has the front lens, and it definitely has a, no, it doesn't. I was just going to say it has a better deck, but it doesn't. Woo, 16 horsepower. Nice. think this one has the double shroud. A battery. Scores! Might as well let you guys watch, right? Less than ideal. Before it didn't want to move, now it wants to move. Away from my house. Thanks, Quinn. Because this is actually a hydrostatic, right? It just rolls down slowly. I didn't have to do anything. I just pushed it. So this is a hydrostatic. It's the first one I've ever had on this Toro. It's actually a 1638Hxl. H, I'm thinking hydrostatic because it doesn't have any gears. Gear shifter is what I'm saying. It just has a brake and a go pedal. Go pedal, reverse pedal. Kind of cool. Never had one of these before. No key. Reverse mowing selected. Look at that. Light switch. For you enthusiasts, this is model number 71227. I believe it's 99? Or, yeah, 99. I would say a 99. Battery has 350 ccas. If this battery's good, which I doubt, it'd be nice. Wheels all hold air, believe it or not. I just pumped a little bit in the left front. Hood is trash, but look, that lens is good. Cool. Thanks, Quinn. I'm actually going to jack the rear up, take one of the rear wheels out, and take the keyway out. Take the key out of the keyway so I can push this and freely roll it to the backyard. So while I was messing with the lights, I actually forgot. I had made an appointment with this dude who wanted to buy one of my Craftsman push mowers with a bag and the high wheel in the back. But I completely forgot as I was getting the Toro tractor. So when I got home, I was getting a text and I was wondering what it was, and he's like, "Oh, I'm here." I'm like, "Oh, shoot."
I completely forgot about selling that mower to this guy. So I went and got it, and I put gas in it. I hadn't started it all winter, you know, and it wouldn't start, you know, wouldn't you know it? And I sprayed some carb spray into the mouth, and it started, and it just, you know, stopped. So it needs a carb clean because it looked like it had residual gas in there throughout the entire winter, which is my fault because I didn't drain it. So it didn't start, but I know that all it takes is just a couple of quick cleaning of the carburetor, you know, quick spray up the emulsion, and it should be okay, you know what I mean? But in the meantime, the guy just basically wanted a push mower with a bag with a big wheel in the back, which I had two just sitting around, you know, and those were actually auto chokes. So I told him, hey, listen, I'm sorry, but it wouldn't start, so can I bring you a couple others to look at? They're a little bit more expensive, but I'll honor the first price that, you know, I think it was $125 instead of $135. So $10 discount for the auto choke, as well as making him wait for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? So anyway, I dropped it off right here, and I met the guy, and we were all covered up, whatever. And he liked the MTD, the red one. I think I found that on the street or something like that. But it, you know, pulls, starts right away, it runs good. He says that if I get the other one going, that to give him a call because he wants that for a backup. So he might buy, you know, two. So he gave me $125. He put it underneath the wheel of the other one that he didn't buy, and he walked away. I went and got the money, and I had it on video. But then when I slammed the door, the phone fell on the ground, so you didn't get to see it. But busy day today, huh? I mean, fixing my Murray Select riding mower, getting the shipment from Lucas Oil. Gonna go picked up a Toro Wheelhorse 1638Hxl riding mower that I tipped from Quinn, and now I'm headed home after selling a lawnmower. So it's been a good day. It's still busy. It's not done yet. Still got to fix those lights and also unbox that Lucas Oil stuff. But it didn't start, you know. I think the carburetor is just a little clogged from leaving too much crap in there, which I should know better, you know, but I don't. Look, if you spray a shot, so, you know, I need to do a carb clean. And then the guy wants to buy it. Since I'm not going to be working on this today, and I'm going to just be parking for maybe a day or two, why don't I put in some of this deep clean fuel system cleaner from my friends over at Lucas Oil Products. A little bit like that, and see if it clears it up. Usually these things don't clear it up, but why not try? So I keep selling things, which is great, and I've got all this money here that I am quarantining. Yes, I'm touching it with my bare hands. I'm going to go and wash my hands right now. $125, along with the $25 that I got from that piece of junk. $5 I gave tip to the guy who brought the Lucas Oil. I got quite a bit of money here, but some of this stuff is quarantined, and maybe I should just dump it all into a washing machine or something. Messing with these lights for some time, it's driving me crazy. So here's the light harness, okay? I pulled one socket out, alright? So here's the harness, positive and negative, right? Okay, look, so here's a battery over here, okay? Watch. Okay, we got lights, right? Positive, negative. Lights. Okay, works. Okay, now look. Here's the harness. There's a multimeter, right? This red wire connects to the stator. This is going straight to the battery. How do I know that? Red prong to it. Black prong to ground. 12.34 volts, right? So this is a hot wire right here, right? So look. Same two wires, right? Positive, negative, boom, right? Positive, negative, nothing. I just don't understand it. It's incredible. Ground, positive. I'll even flip it around. Nothing. I don't understand it. Right? Look at here. Boom. But, boom. Engine block. Screw. How is that possible? Look. Lights work. I got 12 volts going right in here, and we're grounding it. I don't understand. I just don't get it. So I'm going to walk away from this a little bit, man. It's driving me a little bit crazy, you know? Maybe I should put away my Lucas Oil stuff. Did get the lights working. I made this really retarded looking switch, but it's okay. I was thinking about just giving up on the lights altogether, you know, but I figure it's there. Give the guy an option if he wants it. Look, there's a switch there. Turns on the lights. If he doesn't want the lights, I turn it off. But this thing charges the battery and it starts up great. I've been busy today unloading the Lucas Oil shipment, my spring supply inventory resupply. Sold a lawnmower for $125. Fixed the lights on this and heated all the connections to it with that nice kit that I got from Sam. And I don't know, it feels like it was a lot more busier than I have to say about, you know, that I have to tell you about. Actually, another guy wants to buy that Honda, the one that I painted the deck. So I have that down for $185, but honestly, if he gives me $150, I'd be happy to let go of it. So I'm going to meet him in an hour, and hopefully I'll get some of that on my camera. Just got back from selling the Honda, the one that my neighbor gave me, the one that I painted the deck. $185. It's a good deal. Didn't even bargain with him. I'm just going to quarantine this money. It's a good day today. Lots of stuff. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I also picked up that Toro 1638Hxl. Never had an HXL before. I wonder if H means hydrostatic. That's probably what it means. Let me do some more research on it. But that looks like a nice engine, you know. But anyway, it's a good day today. Very, very busy. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Nothing to it.
and blowers.
Hey guys, support my channel, buy a sticker. Also follow me on Instagram at Mowers Blowers. Check out my website, mowersblowers.com. See you guys on the next project. Have a great day.